Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle is an American television sitcom created by Linwood Boomer for the Fox Broadcasting Company. The series was first broadcast on January 9, 2000, and ended its six-year run on May 14, 2006 after 7 seasons and 151 episodes. The series received critical acclaim and won a Peabody Award, 7 Emmy Awards, 1 Grammy Award, and 7 Golden Globe nominations. The series follows a family of 6 and later 7, and stars Frankie Muniz in the lead role of Malcolm Wilkerson, a somewhat normal boy who tests at genius level. While he enjoys his intelligence, he despises having to take classes for gifted children who are mocked by the other students who call them Krelboynes. Jane Kaczmarek is Malcolm's overbearing authoritarian mother Lois, and Bryan Cranston plays his immature but loving father Hal. Kennedy Masterson plays eldest brother Francis, a former rebel who in earlier episodes was in military school but eventually marries and settles into a steady job. Justin Befield is Malcolm's dim-witted older brother, a cruel bully who tortures Malcolm at home even while he defends him at school. Younger brother Dewey, bitter about his ruined childhood, smart and musically talented, is portrayed by Eric B. Sullivan. At first, the show's focus was on Malcolm, but as the series progressed it began to explore all 6 members of the family. A 5th son, Jamie, was introduced as a baby at the end of season 4. Malcolm in the Middle was produced by Satin City and Regency Television in association with Fox Television Studios. The show has proven popular worldwide and has been syndicated in 57 countries. In the United States, it had been syndicated during the day on FX and at night on Nickelodeon's sister channel TNIC, as well as local stations. It's also currently being syndicated by IFC every Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the United Kingdom, it originally aired on Sky One, then eventually began on BBC Two on the 6th of April 2001, its HD counterpart, and Sky 2. However, after Sky stopped airing repeats of the show, the rights were bought by Channel 5, and the show was shown on 5 Star. Since 2015, the show airs on Comedy Central. In Ireland, it aired on TV3's sister channel 3E. It was also syndicated on Network 10 from 2009 to 2010 and on 11 from February 2011 in Australia and on Comedy Central in India. In Canada, episodes were shown on the Global Television Network. The show received universal acclaim from critics and proved an extremely popular draw for the network. It was placed number 88 on Entertainment Weekly New TV Classics list and was named by Alan Sepinwall of HitFix as one of the 10 best shows in Fox network history. Premise: set in the fictional town of Star City, California, the series Malcolm in the Middle is about a boy named Malcolm Wilkerson and his dysfunctional family. The show stars Frankie Muniz as Malcolm, the third of 4, and later 5 boys, his brothers and their parents Lois and Hal. Their first child, Francis, was sent away to military school, leaving his 3 younger brothers at home, Malcolm, and Dewey, with Malcolm being the middle child still living at home. In season 4, the character Jamie was added to the show as the 5th son of Hal. The show's early seasons centered on Malcolm dealing with the rigors of being an adolescent and enduring the eccentricities of his life. Later seasons gradually explore the other members of the family and their friends in more depth, including others such as Craig Feldspar, Lois' co-worker at the Lucky A drugstore, Malcolm's friend Stevie Kenarban, and Stevie's dad Abe. The series was so much different from many others in that Malcolm broke the fourth wall by talking directly to the viewer All scenes were shot using a single camera setup, and the show employed neither a laugh track nor a live studio audience. Emulating the style of hour-long dramas, this half-hour show was shot on film instead of on video. Another distinctive aspect of the show is that the cold open of every episode is unrelated to the main story. Exceptions were episodes which were the conclusions of two-parters. Each Part 2 episode opened with a recap of its Part 1 episode. Opening titles. The opening titles feature short clips from cult films or television shows edited together, with clips from the early seasons of the show set to the song "Boss of Me" by They Might Be Giants. The original opening includes in order of appearance. Filming. Much of the filming for Malcolm in the Middle was done on location in various parts of the 30-mile zone around Los Angeles. A privately owned home located at 12334 Cantura Street in Toluca Lake, California, was rented for upwards of $3,000 a day to film as Malcolm's house. Rebuilt in 2011, the property is no longer recognizable due to its modern two-floor design. However, the house directly to the left of it is nearly identical to what it looked like during filming, still making it a frequent stop for fans of the show. School scenes were filmed at Walter Reed Middle School in North Hollywood, and the Lucky Aid was represented by a drug emporium at 6020 Lancashire Boulevard in North Hollywood. In stock car races when Hal and the boys are entering a racetrack. The billboard behind the entrance displays the place as Irwindale Speedway, a real racetrack in Southern California. The last episode in the first season was filmed at a water park called Wild Rivers located in Irvine, California. It is never revealed which state the show is set in. Studio filming for Malcolm in the Middle took place on Stage 21 at CBS Studio Center in Studio City. Chris Masterson would take a diminished role starting with Season 6 of the show in favor of getting behind the camera, directing and writing some episodes in Seasons 6 and 7. Music. The show's theme song "Boss of Me" was written and recorded by the alternative rock group They Might Be Giants. The song won the Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, Television or Other Visual Media Award at the 2002 Grammy Awards. The band also performed nearly all of the incidental music for the show in its first 2 seasons. Mood-setting music is sprinkled throughout the series in lieu of audience laughter, in a way that resembles feature film more than other TV sitcoms. Some examples of this highly varied music include ABBA, Basement Jaxx, Sum 41, Kenny Rogers, Lemon Jelly, Lords of Acid, The Getaway People, En Vogue, Electric Light Orchestra, Fatboy Slim, Phil Collins, Tears for Fears, Quiet Riot, Queen, and Citizen King, whose song Better Days is played at the end of both the pilot episode and the series finale. The Southern California pop-punk band Lit have many of their songs featured in several episodes. Lit songs that were never released as singles were also used as soundtrack music. From Malcolm in the Middle was released on November 21, 2000. Broadcast and syndication. The show entered barter syndication 1 month before the 6th season premiered on Fox, and was later aired on FX in the fall of 2007 until the fall of 2010. The show was launched on Nick at Night on July 5, 2009 at 8 p.m. with an all-night marathon. However, Nick at Night aired the show with a PG rating, and the episodes were either banned or heavily edited due to content that was too strong for the PG rating. When Nick at Night pulled Malcolm, it began airing on TNick from November 26, 2010, and continued until December 2010. The show returned to TNick's lineup on July 18, 2011. On September 26, 2011, Malcolm in the Middle began airing on IFC. As of March 2013, the show has returned to TNIC, airing weeknights at 10 p.m. and again at 10:30 p.m. later. During 2013, the show aired from 3 a.m. till 5 a.m. but has since switched to just a 1-hour block from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. after the 90s Are All That block was pushed back an hour. The series has not been shown on TNIC since May 2014. In the UK, the show was originally aired on Sky One from September 3, 2000, later also airing on Sky 2 and Sky 3 before finally leaving all Sky channels in December 2010. It was also shown on BBC Two from April 6, 2001 until March 7, 2009. From January 3, 2011 it was shown on Fiver at 6 p.m. and again at about 7:30 p.m. By 2014 it was only being shown weekly on Saturday at 3:15 p.m. in the order originally broadcast. The last repeat of the show in the UK was shown for last time on 5 at 3:15 p.m. on Saturday, January 18, 2014. In November 2015, the show started airing from its first episode sequentially on Comedy Central at 11 a.m. in the UK. On November 2, 2015, Family Channel in Canada started airing Malcolm in the Middle. In March 2016, Fox Comedy in Portugal started airing Malcolm in the Middle. Home media releases. Only the first season of Malcolm in the Middle has been released on DVD in the US. Season 2 was set to be released in the fall of 2003 but was cancelled due to high costs of music clearances. In February 2012, it was announced that Fabulous Films would be releasing the first season of the show in the UK in April, as well as releasing each subsequent season the following month, ending with a complete series set near Christmas 2012. However, in late March 2012, several retailers had removed the release date from their websites. This was later revealed to be because of technical issues with the masters and that the release date had been pushed back to June. Other seasons will now follow on either a monthly or bi-monthly basis. All the UK DVD releases are intact as originally aired, with no cuts with the original music, with the exception of one Season 3 episode, Company Picnic, which was originally aired as a 1-hour special before being re-edited and split into 2 parts. For syndication, the DVD presents the syndicated version. All 7 seasons as well as the complete series set were released in Australia in September 2013. The complete series set altered the separate 7-season sets to fit into 4 volumes. A collector's edition box set which has the seasons split up instead of volumes was released. Subsequently in 2014, it features everything from the 4-volume set, and includes a bonus T-shirt. This set is exclusive to Australia. Reception. Season 1 holds a Metacritic score of 88 out of 100 based on 25 reviews indicating universal acclaim. Ratings. The show started off with ratings of 23 million for the debut episode and 26 million for the second episode. Fox shuffled the show's airtime repeatedly to make room for other shows. On January 13, 2006, Fox announced that the show would be moving to 7 p.m. on Sundays effective January 29, 2006. The 151st and final episode aired at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, PT on May 14, 2006. The finale was watched by 7.4 million in Australia. In 2001, Malcolm in the Middle premiered on Channel 9 Monday nights at 8 p.m. It rated strongly with the help from its lead and friends, which at the time rated 2,279,000. 2,031,000 and 2,410,000 as the night's most watched show and year's second most watched TV program. Malcolm in the Middle's ratings included 1,952,000, 1,925,000, 1,712,000, 1,644,000, and sometimes rating over the 2 million mark, 2,002,000, 2,008,000. In France, the show first aired daily at 8 p.m. in December 2001 on M6 but did not find its public and was quickly off schedule. Then when the show made its comeback in the summer of 2003 at noon, it had a big success. The last seasons had over 1.5 million viewers and a share sometimes over 30%. Due to the show's popularity, the network is currently still broadcasting reruns in the UK in April 2001, 6 months after it premiered on Sky One. The show premiered on terrestrial television on BBC Two at 6:45 p.m. on Fridays, where the first episode gained 3.3 million. With the success of the first season, Season 2 was moved to prime time the following year at 8:35 p.m. It was later shown weekdays on 5, beginning on January 3, 2011. In November 2015, Comedy Central UK picked up the series. In Mexico, the national channel Canal 5 began airing the show in 2001. It screens 5-episode blocks of the series on weekdays from 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. It is considered one of the favorite shows until today, still airing non-stop for 16 years. In Canada, the series aired on Global TV. YTV in Canada started airing the series from fall 2006 to 2009. It also aired on Much. Adaptation. Russian channel STS made a shot-for-shot adaptation called that comprises one season so far. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?